Wednesday very oftenly. Every Wednesday we have these webinars where we discuss DSA system design. Okay. Whenever you guys are done reading the question, please give me a thumbs up. Anyone who has already done this question in the past, you can raise your hands or probably give me a thumbs up. Okay, Ishan has just solved it. Vishnu has already done it. What about others? Okay. Has everyone read the question? Shall we start discussing it? Okay, cool. We'll start discussing it. So basically, if you see, 1 factorial is 1. 2 factorial is 2. 5 factorial is 120. How many number of trailing zeros are there? This has no trailing zero, so 0. This also has no trailing zero. This has 1 trailing zero. Similarly, 6 factorial is 720. How many number of trailing zeros? 1 trailing zero. If I have to ask you, how many number of trailing zeros are there in 25 factorial? Can anyone tell me? How many number of trailing zeros would be there in 25 factorial? 6. Ishan, Shashwat, also 6. Okay. Guys, if you see, how do we encounter a 0? When we have 1, 5 and 1, 2. Yes or no? Guys, quick thumbs up, thumbs down, please. Yes or no? Okay. Now, if I have to do prime factorization of any such thing, for example, 5 factorial, which will come out to be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If we do prime factorization of all, we have 5 into 2 into 2 for 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now, how many 5s do we have? Number of 5s that we have is 1 and number of 2s that we have is 3. So how many zeros will we get? How many zeros? We have 1 5 and 3 2s. So 1 0 we'll get. Has everyone understood? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? Quick thumbs up, thumbs down. Please do not feel shy if you are facing any issues or if you are having any sort of question. You can always ask. You can unmute. You can raise your hand. You can ask in the chat section. Anything is fine. Okay. Now, if we see it for 10 factorial, let us see it for 10 factorial, which is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now let's see how many 5s are there. 1 5 is there. In 10, 1 5 is there. So total number of 5s are 2. Yes or no? Everyone? Total number of 5s that we have, trailing number of zeros means count of zeros. Yes, Srikar. Total number of zeros that are at the end. Okay, if you see in 6 factorial, we have 1 trailing zero. In 5 factorial also, we have 1 trailing zero. Okay. So number of 5s that we have here is 2. Let's calculate the number of 2s that we have. In 10, we have 1. In 8, we have 3. In 6, we have 1. In 4, we have 2. In 2, we have 1. So total of 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number of 2s that we have is 8. So how many number of zeros can we expect in 10 factorial? How many number of zeros can we expect in 10 factorial? Everyone, guys. Please, everyone. Okay. Yes. So number of zeros that we can encounter is 2. Why? Because if you notice, 2's are always going to be in higher number. 2's are always going to be in the higher number. So what are going to be minimum? 5's are going to be in the lesser number. So if we just see how many number of 5's are there, because we are 100% sure that number of 2's are going to be higher. So if we know, or if we see that number of 5's would be lesser, if we calculate only the number of 5's that are out there, don't you think our work would be done? Yes or no? Don't you think our work would be done? Everyone, guys, I want to see thumbs up from everyone. Or if you're not able to get it, please give me a thumbs down, or anything is fine. You can ask, you can unmute, you can raise your hand. Okay, which means now how do we calculate the number of 5's? How do we calculate the number of 5's? If I have to calculate 13 factorial, how many number of 5's will be there? How do I calculate it? Please tell me, how do we calculate it? Anyone who would like to unmute and discuss it with me? Guys, anyone?
Divided by 5.
Divided by 5. Okay. So if I divide it by 5, we'll receive 2 as the remainder, and we'll receive, we'll receive 2 as the quotient and 3 as the remainder. What do we pick, Chinmay?
Quotient.
Quotient, you mean? Okay. So now if you see the number of factors that are out there for 5, the number of factors, don't you think they will have only 5? Which means 5 is going to be there, 10 is going to give me 1 5, 15 is going to give me another 5. Now, but 15 is greater than 13. So we'll have to stop our list out till 10. So if I straight away divide it by 5 and check out the quotient, don't you think it will give me the number of 5's? Yes or no, everyone? Everyone? Yeah? Got it. Now, can anyone tell me how many number of 5's will be there in 30 factorial? Can anyone tell me? Do it on paper. How many number of 5's will be there? Tina says 6. Chinmoy says 6. Priya says 7. Says 7. Okay, guys, let's see. Let's divide it by 5, or let's see how many factors of 5 are there. 5 is going to be there, 10 is going to be there, 15 is going to be there, 20 is going to be there, 25 is going to be there, and 30 is going to be there. So we'll get 1 5 here, 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here. How many number of 5's are we going to get from 25? 25 is 5 into 5. So we are going to get 2 5's from here, and again 1 5 from here. So total is 7. How many number of zeros will we have? How many number of trailing zeros will we have? We'll have 7 trailing zeros. Is everyone clear about this? Yes or no? Everyone? So how can we generalize it? How can we generalize it? N factorial divided by 5 plus n factorial divided by 25, which is 5 into 5, because whatever factors of 25 will be there. For example, in 51 factorial, there will be 25 and there will be 50. 50 is 5 into 5 into 2, and 25 is 5 into 5. So 25 is going to give me 1 extra 5, and same way 50 is also going to give me 1 extra 5. Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? Okay, I'm not able to see Hari Prasad's thumbs up. Hari, is it clear to you? Ibrahim, is it clear to you? Mona, Javi Roy, Padmalochan, Rahul Seni, Priyanshu, Shashwat. Okay, so 5 into 5. Now, if you consider 125 factorial, 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. So 25 was giving you 2 5's, but 125 is going to give you 3 5s. So don't you think we should do this also? Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone? So till what should we go? Till which point should we go? Because ऐसे तो आगे 625 भी आएगा. Till what point should we go? Till we get 0. Okay. So yes, till the time this number is lesser than this. Okay, we should go till that point. For example, 65 factorial. What we should do is 65 by 5 plus 65 by 25 plus 65 by 125. Now, if you see 125 is already greater than 65, so we should stop right here. That's it. All good? Everyone clear about this? So this is one of the highly asked MCQ also, just to tell you. This is one of the most commonly asked MCQs also, in MCQ also. So please make sure that your answer comes out within seconds. Need not to waste your time. Of course, we'll be coding this as well, but this is an MCQ as well. So I'm giving you one question right away, and I want to see who gives me the fastest answer. Tell me how many number of zeros will be there in 200 factorial, and your time starts now. Everyone. Ishan says 49. What about others? Shashwat is also saying 49. Chinmoy also says 49. Priya also says 40. Okay. Let's see. 200 divided by 5 plus 200 divided by 25. 200 divided by 125. Okay. So this will give me 40. This is going to give me 8. And this is going to give me 1, which comes out to be 49. So yes, 49 is very right. Okay. Anyone who would like to write pseudocode for this? Or do you want me to write pseudocode for this? Lakshmi, yes. Yes, Dhruv.
Sir, I raised hand for pseudocode.
Sorry?
Sir, I raised the hand for pseudocode.
Oh, you want to write the pseudocode?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Please tell me, how would you code it?
Yes, sir. So, sir, first we will initialize count to 0.
Okay.
It will be integer. Then we will run a loop from I equal to 5 till I less than n.
Okay.
And I will be equal to I multiplied by 5. I plus 5. Sorry, I will be equal to I multiplied by 5.
Okay.
Then in each loop we will increment the count by n upon I.
So we can keep it much more simpler, Dhruv. Let me show it to you. Let's reduce the number of steps. Okay. Let's see. What we'll do is we'll initialize our answer with 0. Let's say the answer will contain the total number of trailing zeros. And what we'll do is we'll initialize x, or we'll initialize denominator with 5. And what we are given is n. Okay. What we'll do is we'll run a while loop. While denominator is lesser than equals to n, what we'll do is answer plus equals n divided by denominator and denominator equals denominator into 5. That's it. And we'll return answer. What do you think about this piece of code, everyone? Guys, everyone. I want to see thumbs up from everyone here. Archana, Hemant, Himanshu, Ishu, Varun Gupta. Are you there? Tino, Swastik. Okay, got it. Perfect. So if you see on LeetCode, this question is marked as medium. And how much time did we take to solve this? We took 18 minutes, if you realized. In the beginning, we spent 2 or 3 minutes in understanding the rules of or what we are going to cover. So ideally, we took 15 minutes. And this is how an interview would also go, where you also have to explain stuff to the interviewer, what you are doing, how you are doing. You have to write pseudocode, or he might ask you to write the code as well. So 15 minutes done. Let's move to the next question quickly. Okay. This time we are going to pick slightly different question, and I'm pretty sure you would like it. I've shared the question in the chat. Please go ahead and read this question. I'm giving you 2 minutes, everyone. Okay, Srikar, if you see, why denominator into 5? Because this is 5. What is 25? 5 into 5. What is 125? 5 into 5 into 5. Okay. Lakshmi, do you have any question? Javi, do you have any question?
No.
Javi Roy? Okay, shall we start with the second question? Has everyone read the question? Lakshmi, yes. Uh, okay, I'm assuming that whoever is raising their hand means that they've read the question, right? Okay. Palindrome partitioning. Let's consider this AAB. What is it saying? We have to partition the string in such a way that each and every substring is also a palindrome. What could be one such partition? You can partition it like this and this, wherein substrings are A and B. What we can also do is we can partition it like this. So another could be AA, comma B. Can we do it in some other way as well? Do you see any more ways of doing it? Do you see any more ways of doing it? Anyone? No? Okay. How should we approach this? Oh, Lakshmi, if you're doing it with A, comma AB, do you think AB is a palindrome? Do you think AB is a palindrome?
No, sir.
Lakshmi, yeah, it's not a palindrome. So we cannot divide it this way, right?
Yes.
Can you please explain the question? I'm not able to answer. Okay, Nishtha, what we have to do is we have to divide AAB in such a way, or each and every string in such a way, that each and every substring is a palindrome. Okay. How many such ways are possible? So we can divide it by like this, where we have A, and B. Now all three substrings are palindrome. Same way, we can divide it by like this, wherein we receive substring as A, and B. Is the question clear? Now there are only two ways. Is the question clear? Okay. So let's see what we can do. Okay. What is this? Recursive machine. So what do? We feed in a string, and what do we get out of it? We get out of it, list of substrings where all the substrings are palindrome for this particular string that we fed. For example, if I feed in AAB, this will give me all the lists. Same ways, if I feed in AB, this should give me the list of strings, yes or no. Does this recursive machine has anything to do with the input? Does this recursive machine has anything to do with the input? Yes or no? Okay, let's see. AAB. What I'll do is I'll start iterating from the front. Okay. And what is my work? My work is that I take away one of the substrings from the front, which is a palindrome. Okay. So what did I do? AAB. I took a break here. I checked if my initial string is a palindrome, yes or no. Priyanshu, what are you saying? Could you send the list of all the questions? Priyanshu, we'll be doing it during the session, so do not worry about it. Of course, after the session, I'll send you the link of questions as well in the WhatsApp group that you have in. Is that okay? Priyanshu, is that okay? With thumbs up, thumbs down here. Okay. Okay. So I took a first break here. What did I do? I checked if my substring is a palindrome or not. Yes, it is a palindrome. So what do? I pass on rest of the string to my recursive method to give me all the substrings, palindromic substrings of this small string. Will this work? Yes or no? Will my recursive machine give me the solution? Yes or no? Anyone who is not clear, please raise your hand. You can unmute, you can ask. It's a very important question, guys. It's a very important question. This concept is used in so many questions. So you need not to take this question as a normal practice question. Take it as a concept. Yes, Ibrahim. Where are you stuck? Please tell me. Ibrahim, you have raised your hand. Okay, I'm assuming it would be by mistake. Okay. What will I do now? Okay, one such possibility I've taken care of. Let me move further. Let me put a break here. Let me check. Guys, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Neeraj, this recursive machine is a recursive method I'm talking. This is not recursive machine. It's a recursive method I'm talking about. Okay. So I took a break here. I checked if my substring is a palindrome or not. Yes, it is. So what should I do? I should pass on the remaining to my recursive machine to send me the list of all the substrings for the remaining string. What will I do? I'll append AA in front of it. So this would give me B in return. Yes or no? This recursive machine will give me B in return. So what I'll do is I'll append A, and this is one of the list that I have. Same ways in the previous case, wherein we had a cut like this, it would have gone here. What would have? It would have returned me this and this. What will I do? I'll append this A right here, and one of my other lists is ready. Guys, yes or no? Have you guys understood this? Everyone. Anyone who is not clear with this? Okay, let's write code for this. Let us write code for this. How to decide what goes in the recursive machine. Okay, Nishta, what are we building? We are building a method that takes in a string and returns us a list of substrings. Yes or no? So what are we doing? We'll pass it a string only, right, Nisha? Yeah. Okay. Let's move further. So what we'll do is we'll make a method partitions. Let's say it has a string s in the input. So what did we do? First of all, we started iterating on the string from the front. So for int I equals 0, I lesser than s dot size I plus plus. What are we doing? See it right here. What are we doing? We went here, we took a break, we checked if the substring is a palindrome or not, right? This is what we do. Yes or no? So we'll check if substring is a palindrome or not. If it is a palindrome, what do we do? What do we do? We pass in the rest of the function to this again, partitions, that send me the partitions. So let's say it is returning me a list of string. Okay, this is L, and we sent in partition S. Is this piece of code till here clear to everyone? Yes or no? Is this question clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yeah. What do we do? What do we do now? We have to just append this. Tina, what are we doing? We took a break here. We checked if this is a palindrome or not. And we passed in rest of the thing to our recursive machine. Yes or no, Tina?
Yes, sir.
Tina, you can unmute yourself.
Sorry. I'm audible.
Sorry?
I'm audible.
Tina, you're not audible. Yeah.
So I want to ask, like, in the if condition, you write check function in
Yeah.
which, so
Yeah.
this is a function or just you write the check?
No. This is a function. Check palindrome. Let's say there's a method that we have already built. Check palindrome. We are going to check.
Okay.
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 Okay. Got it? Cool.
Yes,
So
sir.
what we
Yes,
are
sir.
okay. So what we are going to do is we'll iterate on this L and we'll append this substring in each and every list, just like this, wherein this would have returned me A comma B. What I'll do is I'll append this A right here. Srushti, what are you saying? Sir, but how do we get to know in the first break if A is a palindrome? We have, let's say this is a method. We have assumed now that there's a method by the name of check. Okay, Srushti? Of course, we'll have to write this check method as well. Okay, Srushti? Understood? Srushti, can you please acknowledge with a yes or a no? Anything is fine. We can have a conversation. You can ask your doubts. If you can unmute yourself, that is also fine.
So my question was, like, before writing the pseudo code, you have taken in the first bracket A the palindrome with AB, and then we append A comma B. So I didn't get that point.
Okay. See this, Srushti. AAB. I took my first break here. Okay, I checked if my A is a palindrome or not. Srushti, is A a palindrome? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So question says that we have to divide it into a list of palindromes, right? So I've got my first palindrome and I want to check if there is some palindromes possible with AB or not. Yes or no? If there would have, if this could be broken down into palindromes, then only A is a valid palindrome that could be appended. Else, we cannot do that, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what did I do? I was already building this method which was taking a string and was returning me a list of palindromes. Previously, the string was AAB. But now what do I have to do? I have to do it with AB. So can't I use the same method again? Yes or no?
Yes.
So what did I do? I'll send it AB. So what will it give me in return? Logically, if you think.
Again, A comma B will be the palindrome.
Yeah, A comma B, right? That like
Yeah.
AB should be broken down into A and B, right? You got this
Yes.
list back, right? So what to do? Now you got to know that yes, there is one way possible. If I took A as one of my palindromes, there's one way possible. If I break AB as A comma B, which is that way? I just need to append A in front of it. Yes or no?
Yes.
So what are we doing here? Let's say this method name is check. I think naming is unclear. So check palindrome. What are we checking? If my first half is a palindrome or not. If this is, then do this operation. I sent it into the same method. Oh, I pass in the same string. Sorry. I have to pass in the broken string, which is my AB here. Okay. So I've passed it here. Let's say I receive a list of strings in which it broke down. What do I have to do? I just have to append my substring into each and every list that is there in L. Are we clear? Srushti?
Yes, sir.
Everyone clear? If there is any doubt, please ask, guys. This is a very important concept. Everyone. Okay. So what will we do? We'll simply have a for loop run on this L and we'll append this substring in it. So just run loop on L and append. How can we do that? For int j equals 0, j lesser than l dot size, j plus plus, and you can do the rest inside this for loop. And this task could be done. This if block is done. This for block is done, and simply we can return the list of lists that we have. Are we good? Yes or no? Guys, are we good? Everyone. I want to see thumbs up from everyone. Hemant, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. I want to ask something there. Okay, when I do this question,
Hemant, your voice is not audible.
so when I do this question, I done that I find the all substrings of the string, and then I check for the palindrome. If it is palindrome, then I add it to the list. So, is this code valid? Plus this the concepts and logic valid?
Guys, are you able to understand what Hemant is? Because I'm not able to understand.
Sarah said that I find the all substrings of the string and then check for it the palindrome.
But that would be a bit longer. That would be a bit longer because here you're considering all the substrings. Okay. But in our method, we have rejected a few methods. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Tina, sir, I did not understand from the Tina, which part? Can you unmute and have a discussion with me? Tina, if you see it here. Ankita, do you have a question? Please unmute. Tina, if you see it here, we passed it here and it returned us A comma B, which is a list, right? Which is a list, yes or no? Okay, Srushti, it would be great if you can unmute because Tina and Ankita both are not unmuted. So you can. So what does, so this basically is a method here that gives you a substring. So for example, ABC, this, let's say this is a string S. So substring comma I, let's say I is 1. So this will give you A. Okay. So substring is a method. Basically, it's in C++, but if you're comfortable with Java or Python, they have their own methods. I'm comfortable in all. So there's some other method in Java. SUBSTR is just taking out substring. Need not to worry about it. Okay. It's a STL, standard template library method. Okay, Ankita? Is it clear now? Srushti, if you see it here, Aman, yes.
Yes. So there is like you used a list
Right.
of list strings.
Right.
In that you use partition. Partition is a method, right?
Yeah.
You are making a recursive call.
Yeah. This is the method that we are building.
Okay, so it is making.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Perfect.
It means like once when you pass AAB, then you check palindrome.
Right.
If check palindrome A. Here
Let's
you check
do it.
only A.
Let's do it for. Let's do it for AAA. Okay.
Yes.
We took a first cut here.
Mhm.
Is A a palindrome? Yes.
Yes.
What did we do? We'll pass it AA. Okay. To the same method. AA. What would have happened in the partitions? Again, it would have started.
Yes.
Yeah. What would have gone?
A. Only we have left with A.
What will it have returned? It would have returned you only A. Yes or no?
Yes.
What would you do? AA. Yes.
Again, yes.
Okay. You took first cut here. Can one of the cuts be here also?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
So it's last of the string.
So, but ये तो पूरा palindrome है ना, ये एक substring full भी तो हो सकता है.
हाँ.
हो सकता है ना?
Yes.
Yeah. So AA also हो गया, एक और हो गया.
Yes. हाँ.
तो अब यहाँ से 2 substring जाएंगे, हाँ की ना?
Yes.
अब A क्या करेगा? A को अपने आप को इनके आगे लगा लेना चाहिए. Yes or no?
Yes.
तो क्या हमारे पास आंसर आ गया? नहीं, अभी भी सारे नहीं हुए.
हाँ, अभी A है.
क्योंकि अभी तो कट आपने यहाँ लगाया. अब कट यहाँ लगाओ. क्या AA पैलिंड्रोम है? हाँ है. तो AA आ गया. A को आपने फिर से पार्टीशंस में भेजा. उसने क्या रिटर्न किया होगा? A आ गया. एक और एक्सपोर्ट. अभी तक कट पूरे हुए नहीं है. अब कट यहाँ लगाओ. रिमेनिंग तो एम्प्टी है, तो पार्टीशंस में जाएगा भी तो रिटर्न नल ही आएगा, खाली आएगा. ये भी तो एक सबस्ट्रिंग है. सो हाउ मेनी आंसर्स आर देयर? 1 2 3 4. yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone clear with this now? Tina, bolo na. Tina, you're not unmuting, you're raising your hand. Please unmute and ask. Tina, are you there? Okay, guys, can I see a thumbs up from everyone if the question is clear? Otherwise, we'll stick to this and we'll understand this fully. Everyone. So No, you're not audible, Tina. If you're speaking something, you're not audible. You're not audible. Okay. So have you guys understood this pseudocode? Yes or no? Now, are we clear with this pseudocode? Srishti, are you clear with this pseudocode now?
Yes, sir.
Well, perfect. Like, if this comes in any hacker rank test or in an interview, would you be able to attempt this? Everyone, Ishan, Amrit, Amit. Okay. Now, I would want you guys to optimize it. I want you guys to tell me what is the time complexity for this approach. I want you guys to tell me. I am not going to tell. You are going to tell me. What is the time complexity for the current approach that we have done?
2 की power n.
Sorry?
2 की power n.
O to the power n. What is O here?
Yeah, 2 की power n.
Oh, 2 to the power n, which means exponential. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Okay. What about others? And Devang, how did you calculate it?
हम लोग सारी चीजों को देख रहे हैं ना, हम सारी सबस्ट्रिंग्स को देख रहे हैं, तो इसका ना एक्सपोनेंशियल होगा.
Okay. Okay. Answer is absolutely right. We are checking each and every substring in a string. So time complexity is going to be exponential. Now, when you are having exponential time complexity, don't you think it is one of the worst time complexities? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, it is going to be a really complex solution. Don't you think we should optimize this? Don't you think we should optimize it? For example, previously we took only 3-letter string. Let's say this is the string. Okay. I took one cut here. What did I do? I sent A, B, C, A to my partitions. If I took a cut here, I would have sent B, C, A. Yes or no? Can we take a cut here at A, B? Yes or no? Can we take a cut at A, B?
No.
No, because A, B is not a palindrome. Can we take a cut at A, B, C? No, we cannot, because this is also not a palindrome. Can we take a cut here? No, because abhi bhi palindrome nahi hai. So now we have these two cases. Let's take this forward. Can we take a cut here? Yes. So what would go? BCA would go. Can we take a cut here? No, because AB is not a palindrome. Can we take a cut here? No, we cannot. Can we take a cut here? No, we cannot. But if you see, for BCA, here and here, don't you think we are repeating our work? Yes or no? Don't you think we are repeating our work? Because अब नीचे एक और tree बनेगा. Here also a tree would be built. इसी तरीके से जहाँ पे multiple partition calls होंगी. If we would have stored this answer, don't you think ये सारी calls हमारी बच जाती? Yes or no? Don't you think कि ये वाला आंसर मेरा बच जाता? Guys, yes or no? Quick thumbs up, thumbs down. I want to see everyone's thumbs up, guys. Yeah. So if you're seeing repeating test cases, yes, issue. DP can be used here, which means we should use some sort of space to save some of our answers so that we can save on time. What is DP? Dynamic programming. Okay. In coding, everything is about time and space optimization. Okay. So here, if we can use some space to save time, we should do it. Okay. Here, if we would use some space to store answers, this entire piece of code can be stopped. Are we clear with this? Have we understood what DP is and why do we need it? Have we all understood? This is a task for you for today because we are at 8:50 now. Generally, in an interview, last 10 minutes are given to the interviewee to ask certain questions. We started exactly at 8. It is 8:50 now. In an interview, first 10 minutes is an introduction period. Srushti, of course, we'll take this forward. Need not to worry, but please understand what I'm trying to say right now. In an interview, first 10 minutes is introduction. Last 10 minutes is generally where the interviewee asks questions from the interviewer. So usable time is just 40 minutes. Okay. Now, if you see this, what did we do? We did one complete question and we were able to do this half. We were able to do the second question half. We have to optimize it by using DP. And yes, we will do that, but not today. In the next session that we are going to have on the next Wednesday. Are we all good with this? This is an interview phase. Please make use of each and every minute. Optimize your time. Think like you're sitting in an interview. Think like you're sitting in an interview. Yes, Rishi, do you have a question? Rishi, do you have a question? Please unmute.
Yeah. So Arun, I joined late because I have the client call. So I
Okay.
missed this topic. So do we have recording for this?
Yeah, we will. I'll share the recording with you. Need not to worry about it. Okay.
Thanks.
Perfect. Okay, guys. That is all for today. I hope you would have enjoyed or you would have learned something. I would be very happy if you can provide me some sort of feedbacks or you can rate this session out
Hello?
of 5. You can rate. Yes, Lakshmi.
A calling function
Lakshmi,
is
do you
called
have
a
a question?
recursion. For calling functions is
Sorry?
called a recursion. Calling
A function
functions.
calling itself. No, a function calling itself. It's called recursion.
Okay.
Okay.
We
If you
can
can rate
call
this
a
session, guys, out
multiple
of 5.
time a single.
Yes, you can call it multiple times.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, if you can rate this session
Yes,
out of 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, in the chat section, I would be really happy. Please put your ratings in the chat so that we can note it. Okay. I received 5 from Devang. Aman also shared 5. Shrushti 5. Ishan 4. Hemant 4.5. Hemant, Ishan, how can I be a 5? Like, what points were missing so that we can improve it? In the next webinar Wednesday, we'll take care of that. Any feedbacks? So no worries, yeah, if you don't want to share. Cool. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye. Take care.